Get ready to set sail into the future of cruising 2024. I've got the inside scoop on the hottest cruise trends, and I have a special guest. If that sounds interesting, please keep watching. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're having a splendid day, and if you're new here, welcome. I am really excited about this video. We are going to be talking about all the cool trends for the new year, and like I said, I do have a special guest. So without further ado, let's dive in. Today, I am lucky enough to be here with Mark. He is not only a very experienced travel agent, he is also an avid cruiser. So Mark, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. So how many cruises have you been on, would you say?
Oh, gosh. Somewhere between 80 and 100.
Wow, that is a lot. Now, across all types of lines, like luxury and value and
So I've done value, I've done premium. I have not yet ventured into the luxury market.
Okay.
I'm getting there shortly.
so that might be next for 2024.
It's definitely on the list.
Awesome. So speaking of luxury, Mark, I understand that more and more cruisers are looking to luxury cruising in 2024. Is that what you're seeing in your business?
Absolutely. I'm definitely seeing that as a trend. I'm seeing a lot more clients who are interested in more unique adventures.
Okay.
And definitely the luxury space is where a lot of my clients, especially a lot of my newer clients, are really wanting to go.
That's great. So why do you think that is? Why are people curious or interested in the luxury market?
Well, I think there are a number of reasons. People like to be treated well.
Sure.
And there are a lot of people who saved a lot during the pandemic, and now they want to go out and they want to live the life that they want.
Exactly. So maybe a lot of people didn't travel a lot over the past couple of years, and now they want to travel very high end.
Absolutely. 20 and 21 were very, very down, obviously. We know why, but it's definitely people want to get out there, and they now have the money to spend and are willing to do so, especially for a high quality product.
Great. Okay, so speaking of luxury cruising, let's talk about expedition cruising. I know there are some luxury lines that do a lot of that. So what exactly is expedition cruising?
So expedition cruising is really where you're going to more remote places in a very immersive kind of way.
Okay.
It's less about getting to the place and more about really getting into the place.
Okay.
And that is a really, really hot trend right now.
Okay.
Especially people are looking at both the Arctic and the Antarctic areas. And I know I just said it's a hot trend, but it's obviously really cool.
That is great. So have you ever been there?
I'm going.
Oh, really?
I have not. I'm going next year, and I'm so looking forward to it.
Now, I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, but that Antarctica is really becoming a growing cruise destination. And that was something that I wasn't aware of until we spoke.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's become very, very popular. And there are different ways of doing it. When I'm talking to my clients, I always caution them because there are some misunderstandings about Antarctica in particular.
Okay, what are those?
So the size of the ship that you're on makes a huge difference as to the experience you're going to have.
Okay.
If you're on a ship that's over 500 passengers, for example, you're actually not permitted by law and regulation to disembark and go onto the land.
Okay.
So you were doing more of a sail-by than actually a deep expedition.
That is so interesting. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you need to use a travel agent. I will always say this. Okay, so let's move on to the next trend, and that is river cruising. It's expected that more people than ever are going to experience river cruising next year. Is that what you're seeing in your business?
I am definitely seeing an uptick in river cruising and also a change in the demographic around river cruising.
Okay, what is the demographic now?
It's definitely shifting and skewing much younger than it used to.
Okay.
And again, I think that goes back to what I said about expedition cruising, people wanting to actually get into the place that they're going.
Right.
And river cruising is just so geared toward that because it takes you into the heart, usually right into the heart of the city where you're able to get off and then you get on the ship and you're just going up the river a little bit to the next destination. So it's that whole immersive experience.
Okay, great. So when I think of river cruising, I think mainly of Europe, but are there other destinations?
There actually are. And it's a growing, as I said, it's a growing trend.
Okay.
There are actually, believe it or not, there are actually some river cruises in the U.S. Mostly what we're talking about is that the expansion is actually in South America.
Oh, I didn't know this.
There's quite a few now that are venturing into South America. And within Europe, they're also venturing out. So it's no longer just the Danube or the Rhine. They're now doing like the Douro River, for example, in Portugal has become a really hot one as well. Oh, and another destination also that's really hot with river cruising right now is Vietnam.
Oh, wow. I did not know that either. So that's very interesting. I've heard wonderful things about Vietnam, but I have not been there.
Yeah, no, it's just river cruising is really expanding at a very quick pace because, again, people want that immersive experience and they're able to get it through river cruising.
That's fantastic. I have never been on a river cruise, but it is definitely on my list. And now I think maybe Vietnam is on my list. So that's great. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Well, that was very interesting. So another trend that I know is big in the cruising industry right now is people are really willing to try different brands, or they're actually maybe growing out of a brand and interested in trying a different cruise line.
Absolutely. And I think people are realizing that it's not one size fits all.
Sure.
And there are different lines to meet your different needs. So even within the same family group, for example, if you're traveling with kids, you might be choosing one line. And if you're leaving the kids behind or the kids are maybe growing to an age that they don't have to go with you, you want maybe a little more of an adult experience.
Exactly. I know that when my kids were little, we cruised on Royal a lot. And now that they're older, we've kind of migrated to Virgin because we really like the adults only vibe.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of that. Definitely, Royal Caribbean has a great product.
Sure.
And it's a very family-centric product. And so people who are not traveling with kids are looking at other options. And a big one I'm seeing, a lot of Royal people are venturing over to Celebrity. It's a sister brand. So there's some familiarity.
Because they match loyalty too, right?
But
Okay.
exactly. But but a lot of people are also venturing into the Virgin space because it is adult by design.
Sure.
And that's really exciting for a lot of people.
Yeah, and Virgin does have a loyalty match program, which I know I took advantage of.
So did I.
That's great. So now I understand that another growing market for the cruise industry is solo travel, and that's supposed to be even bigger in 2024.
Yeah, solo travel is definitely huge, and we're seeing a lot of the new builds on ships actually are being designed to accommodate that trend.
Like the solo cabins
Exactly.
on Virgin.
On Virgin, Norwegian.
Oh, right, yes.
It's probably they were probably the pioneer
Sure.
in doing that. But it has taken off like wildfire. So yeah, a lot of people want to travel solo. Not everyone is in a relationship or is in a situation where they have someone who wants to or is able to travel with them.
Exactly. And I think that cruising, if you're going to go on a trip solo, I think cruising is the perfect way to do it. And I have a very interesting reason why, and that is because if you go to a resort or something like that, everyone is at a different stage of their vacation. They may be leaving in one day, they may be leaving tomorrow, they maybe have just arrived. But on cruises, you're all at the same part of your vacation. So on day one, you can meet people and you're going to be together the entire time.
And I will tell you, as a person who is a solo traveler about 90% of the time,
Okay.
It's a great way to meet people. You're in a whole different environment, and cruising, just the barriers are down. It's a space that is freer, and people really just get into it.
Yeah.
And you're able to meet people and make some lifelong friends.
Yeah. And unlike being in, let's say, a city or something, you're going to see these people over and over again
Correct.
because you're eating at the same restaurants, you're going to the
Let's
same
go to the same
shows.
show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I also understand that some cruise lines are waiving their single supplement fee. So if people are interested in traveling solo, I'm thinking that maybe they should contact you to learn which lines are doing that.
Absolutely. Not only which lines, but also which sailings, because a line may only do it on certain sailings or certain ships.
Great. Okay, and the final trend that I wanted to ask you about is that I have heard that people are interested in longer sailings, particularly if they have to fly internationally. Is that what you're seeing?
Absolutely. And again, even with that, it really depends. There are a lot of different dynamics at play. Vacation time, but there are indeed a lot of people who are like, well, if I'm going to fly all the way to Barcelona, I don't want to just do a week. I want to do, 2 weeks or maybe even 3.
Wow.
To really, get the feel of the place that I'm in.
And also, one thing that some people don't know is that you can do back-to-back cruising. So if you don't see a 14-night cruise on the ship that you're interested in, you might be able to do a back-to-back where you just book both sailings.
I'm actually doing one myself.
Really?
I have done one in the past, and I'm doing another one coming up next month.
Oh.
I'm doing it'll be a total of 21 nights.
Wow.
So we talked about longer cruising.
No, that's great.
I started out as a week-long cruiser, and here I am doing a 21-night. It's a 10-night followed by an 11-night. First 10 is Australia. The second 11, we stay on the ship and goes down, and we circumnavigate all of New Zealand.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Now, are you going solo?
I am.
Oh, I bet you'll make some great friends on that.
Yeah, they are actually solo cabins on the ship.
Okay, and what ship is it?
I'm going to be on the Celebrity Edge.
Oh, nice. Okay, very nice. Well, Mark, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on my channel with me and sharing your expertise.
It's
I have
really
learned
been my
a lot.
pleasure.
And I hope you have a great cruise and happy holidays.
Thank you, and the same to you.
Thank you. That was so much fun. I had such a great time filming with Mark. And if you would like his help planning your next cruise, you can email fst@goprestigetravel.com. That is a special email just for my viewers, and FST stands for Freshly Squeezed Travels. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I'd also love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I do lots of different cruise videos, and I would love to have you join my traveling party. If you'd like to talk cruising with me just a little bit longer, I will link to videos at the end that I think you might like. The video on the left is 10 jaw-dropping facts about Icon of the Seas. This is a new ship, Royal Caribbean, and it will be the largest cruise ship in the world. And the video on the right is how to survive a sailing if you have more than one cabin mate staying with you in your stateroom. I give you some great space-saving and sanity-saving tips. Until next time, I hope you have happy and safe travels. I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching. Bye.